Alright guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be reading section 35 through 42, and I don't know why every single time I need to record specifically for my poetry readings, something always goes wrong with all of my devices. So this was already half recorded earlier, or it was all recorded earlier, but then one of the clips didn't save, which was the first 10 minutes. So yeah, but after we record this, it's nighttime now, and halfway through the video it's daytime. My bad. But let's go ahead and get started. Would you hear of an old-time sea fight? Would you learn who won by the light of the moon and stars? Listen to the yarn as my grandmother's father, the sailor, told it to me. Our foe was no skulk in his ship, I tell you, said he. His was the surly English pluck, and there is no tougher or truer, and never was and never will be. Along the lowered eve he came horribly raking us. We closed with him, the yards entangled, the cannon touched. My captain's lashed fast with his own hands. We had received some 18-pound shots under the water. On our lower gun deck, 2 large pieces had burst at the first fire, killing all round and blowing up overhead. Fighting at sundown, fighting at dark, 10 o'clock at night, the full moon went up. Our leaks on the green, and 5 feet of water reported. The masters at arms losing the prisoners confined in the after hold to give them a chance for themselves. The transit to and from the magazine is now stopped by the sentinels. They see so many strange faces they do not know whom to trust. Our frigate takes fire. The others ask if we damned quarter, if our colors are struck, and the fighting done. Now I laugh content, for I hear the voice of my little captain. We have struck, he compositely cries. We have just begun our part of the fighting. Only 3 guns are in use. One is directed by the captain himself against the enemy's main mast. 2 well served with grape and canister silence his musketry and clear his decks. The tops alone second the fire of his little battery, especially the main top. They hold out bravely during the whole of the action. Not a moment cease. The leaks gain fast on the pumps. The fire eats towards the powdered magazine. One of the pumps has been shot away. It is generally thought we are sinking. Serene stands the little captain. He is not hurried. His voice is neither high nor low. His eyes give more light to us than our own battle lanterns. Toward 12, there in the beams of the moon they surrender to us. Stretched and still lies the midnight. 2 great holes motionless on the breast of the darkness. Our vessels riddled and slowly sinking, preparations to pass to the one we have conquered. The captain on the quarter-deck coldly giving his orders through a countenance white as a sheet. Near by the corpse of the child that served in the cabin, the dead face of an old salt with long white hair and carefully curled whiskers. The flame spit of all that can be done flickering aloft and below. The husky voices of the 2 or 3 officers yet fit for duty. Formless stacks of bodies, and bodies by themselves. Dabs of flesh upon the masts and spars. Cut of cordage, dangle of rigging, slight shock of the soothed waves. Black and impassive guns. Litter of powder parcels, strong scents, a few large stars overhead, silent and mournful shining. Delicate sniffs of sea breeze, smelly of sedgy grass and fields by the shore. Death messages, given in charge of survivors. The hiss of the surgeon's knife and gnawing teeth of his saw. Wheeze, cluck, swash of falling blood, short wild scream, and long dull tapering groan. These irretrievable. You laggard, there on guard, look to your arms. In a conquered door they are crowded. I'm possessed, in body, all presence outlawed or suffering. See myself in prison shaped like another man, and feel the dull, unintermitted pain. For me, the keepers of convicts shoulder their carbines and keep watch. It is Isla out in the morning and broad at night. Not a mutineer walks handcuffed to jail, but I am handcuffed to him and walk by his side. I am less the jolly one there, and more the silent one with sweat on my twitching lips. Not a youngster is taken for larceny, but I go up too, and am tried and sentenced. Not a cholera patient lies at the last gasp, but I also lie at the last gasp. My face is ash-colored, my sinews gnarl. Away from me, people retreat. Askers embody themselves in me, and I am embodied in them. I project my hat, sit shamefaced, and beg. Enough, enough, enough. Somehow I have stunned. Stand back. Give me a little time beyond my cuffed head. Slumber streams, gaping. I discover myself on the verge of a usual mistake, that I could forget the mockers and insults, that I could forget the trickling tears and the blows of the bulges and hammers, that I could look with a separate look on my own crucifixation and bloody crowning. I remember now. I reuse the overstained fraction. The grave of rock multiplies what has been confined to it, or at any graves. Corpses rise, gashes heal, fastening roll for me. I drop forth replenished with supreme power, one of an averaged unending procession. Inland and sea coasts we go, and pass all boundary lines. Our swift ordinance on their way over the whole earth. The blossoms we wear in our hats, the growth of thousands of years. Elves, I salute you. Come forward. Continue your annotations, continue your questionings. The friendly and flowing savage, who is he? Is he waiting for civilization or past it? Mastering it? Is he some Southwesterner raised outdoors? Is he Canadian? Is he from the Mississippi country? Iowa, Oregon, California? The mountains? Prairie life? Bush life? Or a sailor from the sea? Wherever he goes, men and women accept and desire him. They desire he should like them, touch them, speak to them, stay with them. Behavior lawless as snowflakes, words simple as grass, uncombed head, laughter and naivety. Slow stepping feet, common features, common modes, and emanations. They descend in new forms from the tips of his fingers. They are wafted with the odor of his body or breath. They fly out the glance of his eyes. Flaunt of the sunshine, I need not your bask lie over. You light surface only. I force surfaces and depths also. Earth, you seem to look for something at my hands. Say, old topknot? What do you want? Man or woman, I might tell how I like you, but cannot. I might tell what it is in me and what it is in you, but cannot. I might tell that pining I have, that pulse in my nights and days. Behold, I do not give lectures or a little charity. When I give myself. You there, impotent, loose in the knees, open your scarfed chops till I blow grit within you. Spread your palms and lift the flaps of your pockets. I am not to be denied, I compel. I have stores plenty and to spare, and anything I have, I bestow. I do not ask who you are, that is not important to me. You can do anything and be nothing, but what will I enfold you? To cotton field drudge, or cleaner up parleys, I lean. On his right cheek I put the family kiss, and in my soul I swear I never will deny him. On women fit for conception, I start bigger and imbler babes. This day I am jetting the stuff of far more arrogant republics. To anyone dying, thither I speed and twist the knob of the door. Turn the bedclothes toward the foot of the bed. Let the physician and the priests go home. I seize the descending man and raise him with resistless will. O despairer, here is my neck. By God, you shall not go down. Hang your whole weight upon me. I dilate you with tremendous breath. I buoy you up. Every room of the house do I fill with an armed force. Lovers of me, bafflers of graves. Sleep, I and they keep guard all night. Not doubt, not disease shall dare to lay finger upon you. I have embraced you, and henceforth possesses you to myself. And when you rise in the morning, you'll find what I tell you is so. I am he bringing up for the sick as they pant on their backs. And for strong upright men, I bring yet more needed help. I hear what you said of the universe, heard it and heard it of several thousand years. It is middling well, as far as it goes, but is it all? Magnifying and applying, come I, outbidding at the start the old caution hucksters, taking themselves the exact dimensions of Jehovah, lithographing Kronos, Zeus his son, and Hercules grandson, buying drafts of Osiris, Isis, Belus, Braham, Buddha, in my portfolio placing the needle loose, Allah on a leaf, the crucifixation engraved with Odin, and the hideous-faced Mexitl, and every idol and image, taking them all for what they are worth, and not a cent more, admitting they were alive, and did the work of their days. They bore might as for unfledged birds, who have now to rise and fly and sing for themselves, accepting the rough, defic sketches to fill out better in myself, bestowing them freely on each man and woman I see, discovering as much or more in a farmer farming a house, putting higher claims for him there with his rolled up sleeves, driving the mallet and chisel, not objecting to specific revelations, considering a curl of smoke or a hair on the back of my hand just as curious as any revelation. Lads a hold of fire engines and hook and ladder ropes no less to me than the gods of the antique wars, minding their voices peal through the crash of destruction, their brawny limbs passing safe over charred laths, their white foreheads whole and unhurt out of the flames. By the mechanic's wife with her babe at her nipple, interest sending for every person born, 3 synthesis at harvest whizzing in a row from 3 lusty angels with shirts bagged out at their waists. The snag-toothed hostler with red hair redeeming sin past and to come, selling all he possesses, traveling on foot to fee lawyers for his brother and sit by him while he is tried for forgery. What was strewn in the amplest strewing, the square rod about me, and not feeling the square rod then? The bull and the bug never worshipped half enough. Dung and dirt more admirable than what was dreamed. The supernatural of no account, myself waiting my time to be one of the supremes. The day getting ready for me when I shall do as much good as the best, and be as prodigious, by the life lumps, becoming already a creator, putting myself here and now to the ambushed womb of the shadows. I call in the midst of the crowd, my own voice outturned, sweeping and final. Come, my children. Come, my boys and girls, my women, household and intimates. Now the performer launches his nerve. He has passed his prelude on the reeds with him. Easily written, loosed finger chords, I feel the thrum of your climax and close. My head slews round on my neck. Music rolls, but not from the organ. Folks are around me, but they are no household of mine. Ever the hard, unsunk ground, ever the eaters and drinkers, ever the upward and downward sun, ever the air and the ceaseless tides, ever myself and my neighbors, refreshing, wicked, real, ever the old, inexplicable query, ever the thorned thumb, that breath of itches and thirsts, ever the vexer's hoot hoot, till we find where the sly one hides and bring him forth, ever love, ever the sobbing liquid of life, ever the bandage under the chin, ever the restless of death, here and there with dims on the eyes walking, to feed and the greed of the belly, the brains liberally spooning, tickets buying, talking, selling, but into the feast never once going, many sweating, flogging, thrashing, and even the chaff for payment receiving. A few idly owing, they have the weak continually claiming, "This is a city, and I am one of the citizens." Whatever interests the rest interests me: politics, war, markets, newspapers, schools, the mayor and councils, banks, tariffs, steamships, factories, stocks, stores, real estate, and personal estate. The little plentiful mannequins skipping around in collars and tailed coats. I am aware who they are. They are positively not worms or fleas. I acknowledge the duplicates of myself. The weakest and slowest is deathless with me. What I do and say the same waits for them. Every thought that flounders in me, the same flounders in them. I know perfectly well my own egotism, know my omnivorous lines, and must not write any less, and would fetch you, whoever you are, flush with myself. Not words of routine, this song of mine, but abruptly, to question, to leap beyond nearer beginning, this printed bound book, but the printer and the printing office boy. The well-taken photographs, but your wife or friend close and solid in your arms? The black ship mailed with iron, her mighty guns and her turrets, but the pluck of the captain and engineers. In the house the dishes and fare and furniture, but the host and hostess and the look out of their eyes. The sky up there, yet here, or next door, or across the way. The saints and sages in history, but you yourself. Ceremonies, creeds, theology, but the fathomless human brain. And what is reason? And what is love? And what is life? So we're going to be reading 43 through 52. 52 will be our last section of poems. First album myself. But yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye everyone.